Well, here's another puppy update. It's Sunday, and you can probably hear some very unhappy puppies here. They have a lot to say. We just switched them over to the pine pellets. This is part of their potty training. They don't realize it. They don't like it. They want to speak to the manager right now. And actually, I think you're the manager, Fancy. And you don't seem to have time for the complaints right now, do you? Yes, we just put the pine pellets out, and as I was explaining to our pilot, Regina, she called me earlier today because I shared the little video with the naming of all of our puppies in honor of folks in aviation, and she gave her approval to have little Regina named after her for now. But I was explaining to Regina that what we do is we use these pine pellets, and it kind of teaches the puppies. They are very unhappy. Teaches them to go potty here, and what we'll do is they don't have much room right now. We'll gradually expand this, and then we'll slowly make the pellet area smaller so that the puppies get used to going to the bathroom in this area. And the pellets, you can kind of see, they're compressed pine, and what happens is when they get wet, it basically turns to almost like a litter. And we use these same pellets in our horse stalls to bed things down because it just makes things clean and a lot easier to keep clean. What do you think, Fancy? You learned how to potty train this way. Yes, you did. I know Shannon at Lottie Dottie Scotties, she uses these also. Yes. But yeah, so the puppies they'll get used to this, and right now we're slipping and sliding a little bit because they're not used to having to maintain their own traction. They're used to that nice, soft whelping area. This is a little bit different. But we'll give them a day or two, and they'll have pretty strong little legs from walking around. Let's see if we can remember everyone's name here. There's Blue, there's Quimby, there's Wilbur. He's not sure about life at all. And there we've got Miss Purple, so that's Bessie, or Bessica. I think Bessie's easier to remember. We've got Amelia, there's Red Orville, there's Regina, and we are all just crying and trying to get someone to sympathize with us. And even you're not sympathizing with them, are you? Fancy says tough love is the best sometimes. They'll figure it out. She's been in there a couple times with them, so they're not 100% alone. But yeah, we'll give them some time to get used to this, and then we'll gradually add a bed in for him. Poor little guy. Oh, Wilbur. Oh, life is hard sometimes. I think they'll be okay. And we're about at the end of the length that we can use in these temporary collars. You checking the phone out there? So I think we're gonna have to switch out collars pretty quick here too. Puppies are just getting too big for these ones. There's Mama checking everybody out. Well, we'll give you guys some time to get used to this life change. I promise it'll get better. See if Mom will give you some comfort. Some of us are just crying and just upset. Are you just upset? This is a big change, isn't it? This is a big change. Poor little Wilbur. Quimby's exploring. We've got Orville's been moving around too. Looks like Quimby just wants to wallow in his sorrows. Aww. Poor little guy. We got Bessie. She's kind of adventuring around too, so I think we're figuring things out. Scotties are brave. Well, we will give an update as the puppies get used to this. The first of many big life changes for them.